Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're so happy to have everybody here today. My name is Philippa Burgess, and I am really excited to present DP-800, which is the new AI-enabled SQL. And I'm here to introduce myself, and I'll have our other moderators introduce themselves as well. And so we're going to just kick off with a 30-minute session where we have exam vouchers for you all. So I'll give you further instructions as we go on kind of how to claim those, and also just kind of the best sort of study practices so that you can do great on it and pass that exam. It's now in general availability. However, one of the compliance requirements is not that you pass. There's a whole lot of other guidelines that we ask that you comply with, but we hope you pass, and we'll give you every resource we have available for you to do so. But passing is actually not a requirement of the voucher. So just so you're clear about that. So yeah, I'm going to just turn it over to my fellow moderators as I pull up our slide deck to go ahead and introduce themselves. And they'll be hanging out with me as we moderate our sessions and introduce our fantastic speakers throughout the event. Oh, we just lost one. All right, he'll be back. All right, Usman, can I have you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Usman from Pakistan. I'm a new student ambassador for Microsoft, and I'll be joining Philippa for today as a moderator.
Fantastic. So yeah, we hope to have a lively chat, and we absolutely welcome everybody to participate, ask your questions, and we want to make this as interactive and fun as possible. We definitely enjoy having the opportunity to, be part of these technical trainings and all learn together. But a big part of it for me is making sure that we all have the opportunity to build community and be in this together in this sort of technical learning journey that we're all on. I'm also in the process of studying for the SC500, which is now in beta, which is the security version of this, whereas today we'll be talking about SQL. And a lot of it's actually very similar because yes, you should have good understructure of, respectively SQL and security, but really when you're applying all the AI tools and the AI enablement, AI security, it's actually very, very much the same. So here we are, we've got our Let's Get Certified DP-800. And again, I am your host and one of today's moderators, and my name is Philippa Burgess. I'm a recent graduate. I have been in grad school for 5 years now. I have 3 masters and 2 certificates, and I'm proudly a Microsoft Student Ambassador at the senior level. I'm a Women Tech Makers Ambassador, and I love my ambassador programs. I'm also part of the Fabric community. I'm a lead for a Microsoft Fabric Location Intelligence and Security user group. We have other people. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
So happy to have you here today.
Great to be here.
And we have a really we have an active audience here. So Usman, you've got work to do, welcoming everybody in the chat, and yeah, just really welcoming everybody to be as interactive as possible. I'm just going to look at the chat really quickly. Here we are. Okay, so we've got I've got sort of people saying hello, everybody. We've got hello from Portugal. Yeah, I love seeing familiar names, and faces, because this is definitely about building community. We've got Berlin. Well, actually, one of our speakers today's event will be joining us from Berlin. Pakistan, welcome. We've got our moderator Usman's from Pakistan. Angola, Ladislao, you and Shalom are originally from Angola.
Yes.
You're Angolan. I can't say originally from. You never lose your national identity. More Pakistan, welcome. So we've got Grace from Canada, South Africa. Actually, we are our moderators from South Africa. Actually, perfect opportunity for you to introduce yourself. Yes.
Hi, Philippa.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shanala Mufula. I'm from South Africa, based in the Joburg South E region, and I'll be a moderator for today.
Fantastic. So excited to have, we've got about 50 people joining, which is fantastic. We've had over 250 people register. I'm going to give you, so There is some like fine print of these exam vouchers. They're 100% off. There's no fee. They're free. We ask that you participate in the trainings. We're going to drop the link in session. Hey, from England, welcome, Manchester. We're going to drop the link to register for your vouchers in session 3. And the reason I'm dropping them in session 3 is I want to make sure that you have enough of a runway to understand what the topic is, what the context is, what's going to be covered in the exam, and decide if you are ready to take it before June 15th or after June 15th. And as long as everybody in our first group complies with all the guidelines, I will have more vouchers for everybody. So it's okay if you want to take it after June 15th. I should have enough for everybody here today. Actually, I know for everybody who's in the room right now, I have enough for all of you. But I just need you to decide if you want to take it before or after June 15th. If you wish to take it before June 15th, you must register that voucher today. Today is actually the deadline. So once you fill out that form, I will be turning right around and sending you your exam voucher. What I will ask for you to do is to send me a reply email back saying, I got it, or thank you, nothing more, just so that I know it went to the right person and you got it. And if for any reason you change your mind, and just reply back saying, hey, I need to return this, no problem, I can give it to someone else. But please do that quickly because the ones I have today have to be registered today, and you need to take this exam by June 15th. And again, if you wish to take it after June 15th, no problem, just register your request. And as long as everybody meets the guidelines, I will have more. So that's the kind of the rules of engagement. And the reason that the compliance issues is they don't want you to sell it or give it away. So whoever's asking for it needs to be the person who takes the exam. And they're given to us by the Microsoft Fabric community. So they're asking you to take Fabric only exams. So it's not gated when you go to register, but the request is that you only use these vouchers for Fabric. Voucher is absolutely free. There is no charge. It's 100% off. It's yours. And you can use it for DP-600, DP-700, or DP-800. So when you request your voucher today, you just decide if there's one of those exams you're ready to take before June 15th. If so, fantastic. Put your request, and I just ask you you'll just check a box saying I'm ready to take which of those 3 exams before June 15th. No problem. You must register it today. And you will get it within the hour of sending in your request. Or you will say, I want it after June 15th. No problem. Again, you can use it for 600, 700, or 800. And the reason we're going to kick that to session 3 today is, one, we want to give you enough lead time for you to make an educated, informed decision of how prepared you feel you are to take it. Yes, the vouchers are given to me because I wear 2 hats. I wear one hat as a Microsoft student ambassador, and I've been very active in the Microsoft Fabric community. I seem to be one of the only people I've seen, although I'm encouraging other people like Ladislao and our friend Shalom Andre to get involved as well, and any of you here, in being spokespeople for the Esri, which is a mapping software that I covered deeply in my studies, and Microsoft. And it's basically bringing geospatial and data science more closely together, because oftentimes those are very siloed. And so I've been very active in the Fabric community as an advocate of that integration and that partnership. And so I've been to the Fabric conference. I regularly moderate on the Microsoft Reactor stage. I've spoken on the Microsoft Reactor stage in April, and I'll be back again there in June. So and I have a Fabric user group. So as that, they have trusted me because I have done my best to remain compliant. And I would just ask you all to please keep the compliance, because the more that we comply, because they always give me the statistics back of who makes sure everybody registered for the right exam, that the names matched, and that they were used in time. So as long as I maintain good statistics, I will get more vouchers. Will there be courses in geospatial data engineering? I'm interested in that. I love that. Please talk to me anytime, all day about that. Not today, but absolutely, that is my field. My studies, my master's degrees are across urban planning, geospatial intelligence, and cybersecurity. So those are all of my things. And of course, data science is right at the heart of everything. So let's turn our attention here. Ladislao, you're one of our illustrious speakers today. You're going to be leading 2 sessions. Can I have you introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Well, my name is Ladislau Andre. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and data engineer, and excited. I'm also now a group Fabric user group leader.
Yes.
Yes, me and Shalom. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about this section about DP-800.
Excellent. All right, so let's just run through the excellent. And this is the thing. I just want to say, part of what community creates is opportunities, because I nudged you when someone gave me the idea that, oh, I could have a user group, and then I nudged you like, hey, you can have a user group too.
Yes.
And so we all kind of grow together and learn together. So we've introduced our moderators. Myself, I need help to make sure I pronounce your name properly. Lelo Nolo.
Le Sonolo. It's Le
Lee
Sonolo. Let's try those
Lilahodono.
things.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get there. And Usman.
we'll get this slowly.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm so happy to have you all here. And
My pleasure.
yes, so yes, we're seeing in the chat that voucher will be when the reason it's in session 3 is, one, I want to make sure you guys have enough lead time on what the topic is, what the content is, to make an educated decision if you are prepared to take this or DP-600, DP-700 on or before June 15th. So where we were is a passive repository for structured data, and now we have active intelligence. So your Excel, your SQL, your security are all different now. They are not the same. For example, even within the Microsoft ecosystem, the AZ, which was the Azure 500 exam, which was like, can you administer an Azure cloud environment, is now being retired and turned over to the SC 500, which is the AI-enabled security exam, because it is a completely different environment. And in previous sessions that we've done, we've really seen that the biggest new threat vector is the machine identity. So not just the personal identities, but the fact that machines will now have access to all of these workflows. And I'm sure people have seen articles of the AI deleted my entire cloud workspace. So so just as there's so much more that it can do to get data, to process the data. We'll learn more about vectors and embeddings and the workflows and model context protocols and all the integration. But it is not the SQL that anybody has just, if you, depending on your level of familiarity with SQL, databases are such an important tool in data science. They're very learnable. You just need practice. So if you're new to this, don't worry about it. We're going to give you lots of guidelines in terms of how to move forward and just learning your SQL, but also understanding now how AI is creating this active intelligence that just absolutely changes the game. So now you've got sort of this one SQL philosophy, a unified architectural philosophy for AI-enabled deployment. And so now it's coming together where you've got your SQL Server and your Azure SQL to now have a T-SQL AI integrated engine. And it is incredibly powerful. And that's what we're going to go through here today. So we very much hope by the end of this session and all the follow-up resources that we send you, you will feel fully prepared to take and pass a DP-800 exam. And hopefully we also inspire you to take DP-600, DP-700. And of course, I'm a big advocate for security. So there's always the SC 500, 300, 200, 100, because I do feel more and more that these silos that existed between security and data are also collapsing. And I think every cybersecurity person needs to be using more data science, and every data science person needs to be way more aware of security, especially in this changing landscape. So the DP-800 blueprint, 3 domains. So you've got 100 minutes, 700, you need a 700 score to pass. Domain is design and develop database solutions, is 35 to 40% of it. Domain 2 is secure, optimize, and deploy, always encrypted, CI/CD. SQL prompts is 35 to 40% of it. And domain 3 is implement AI capabilities, vector data, external models, and RAG. So that's going to be 25 to 30% of it. That's Retrieval-Augmented Generation. And I don't need to be the only one presenting here. Ladislao, can I share the screen with you? Take us through today's event.
Yes. I mean, should I share my screen now?
You can share your screen, or you can jump off of the slide that's in front of us.
I will share my screen. Okay.
Yeah, Ladislao is going to lead us through sessions 1 and sessions 5.
Right, I'm already sharing my screen.
There you are.
Okay. Thank you, Philippa. Let's go. So we are going to start with this domain of the exam, that is database design, advanced T-SQL and JSON. That is one of the domains of the exam that has the higher percentage, along with the next one. So in this section, I'm going to focus a lot on when you should use the concepts for each use case, not only learning the definitions of what is, how can you use JSON, or what is a temporal table, not only focusing on definition, but when should you use that, that concept of the exam. So then, wait, let me do this. No, it's a bit like this. All right, so we're going to talk about specialized table types, and we're going to see how should you decide on which type of table to use. And also, whenever possible, we're gonna do a live demo on SQL Server, so you guys can see what I'm talking in action. We're going to see also some JSON functions, regular expressions, and fuse matching, and some programmability objects. And at the end, just saying a little bit that how we can use AI-assisted dev. And I'm not going to say about exam tips, because this we're gonna keep for the last section. And so for this content to be delivered, as I was saying, my name is Ladislao Andre, and I'm focusing on data and analytics solutions. And I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, and currently I work for Axions as a data engineer with Fabric. So, all right, enough of me, let's go to the exam. But one thing that I like to focus, that's how I designed this section, is when we're studying for the exam, we should have the exam mindset, not only knowing the definitions of stuff, but also thinking how Microsoft approaches the exam and how we should do also in enterprise scenarios. And this mindset is, we're not going to focus on what does a JSON value return. Like, you can know this, all right, a JSON value return a scalar string, a number, or Boolean. But no, we're going to focus more. If a developer needs to extract a price from a JSON column stored as a number, which function should you use? So it's JSON value. And it makes completely sense, because in work, you never want to have these kind of questions. What does a JSON value return? But you have a scenario that you have to solve, and you have to decide which function you use. And so this is the what I call the exam mindset, and our section will go around this kind of approach. Again, another one is like, what is a temporal table? We don't think like that. We ever, almost all the time, we think like, if your company needs immutable and temper evident out records, you should use a ledger table. And we're going to see this temporal table and ledger table in the slightly demos. All right, and this is about the specialized table types. We have these table types available now on SQL Server, on Azure SQL tool, and we have the temporal table that is automatic row history via period. When you want to check the state of the table in previous period of time, you use a temporal table. When you want your table to be auditable, you use a ledger. When you have complex relationships, you use a graph. And I'm going to this like slightly because you can always go deeper, but it's always better to have these kind of keywords matching when you are studying for this. I want to audit my table. I know it's ledger. I have complex relationships, graph tables. I have JSON values, then I'll use a JSON column. The table is not on my database. It's another source like a Azure Blob Storage or use an external. I want to see the state of my table in like 1 week ago, temporal table. But also we have this decision guide. And if you need to query a data as it exists at a specific point in time, definitely you use a temporal table because we have this for system time as of, and then after it, you're going to put the time that you want to query your table. If you need a temper, like whenever you need to audit your table for compliance, a ledger table. And ledger table can be append only or updatable. There are tables that you're going to create as ledger that you can never change. You can only insert, append the values. And there is also the tables that you're going to update, but you always want to know who updated, like need to track who changed the data and what changed over time. Then you're going to use a ledger table.
Okay, Ladislav?
Yes?
I'm going to cut you off because this is so good, but this is just the preview. We're just in the opening panel. You've got a whole session 1 ahead of us. So I just want to make sure people are just getting that this is a taste of what's ahead of you, and I'm so excited for it. So I don't want to have you give away your whole session. I just want them to know that we've got an amazing panel of speakers joining us, and we're so excited about all of them. So Ladislav, that is fantastic. And I'm just going to cut you off there because I think you're getting way into your content, which is spectacular. But I don't want to make sure we don't give away the whole store on that, because we've got a whole 2 sessions with you that we're really super excited about that are just going to be coming up here in just 6 minutes. We'll start that. But as you can see, we've got fantastic speakers, excellent moderators that I'm so excited to sort of welcome with me today. So just to run through our speakers and our sessions. So Ladislav, you're going to be leading us through session 1, just starting here in a few minutes. And we're going to focus on that database design, advanced T-SQL, and JSON. And I will say that having done the beta version of the DP-800, I do not have my results yet, but I do know that the JSON and all of its functionality shows up a lot on the exam, and you're definitely going to want to know how to do those drag and drops. And then we continue, and Yusuf will be joining us, and he will be talking in session 2 on securing, optimizing, and deploying database solutions. And then we have Damir. He will be leading both sessions 3 and 4 for vector search, embedding, and indexing, followed by RAG workflows and external REST endpoints. And then Ladislav's back for our data API builder, MCP integration, and exam strategy. Now, this is kind of a sense, as some of you know, we, as some of us are Microsoft Student Ambassadors, and we have certain guidelines there for qualifying events, and one of them is that we run them on Teams. So we had done a version of this event, and we did it in earlier in the day. I'm Pacific time, so for me it was 6 a.m. But I did that because it just makes a time that's more friendly to our colleagues in South Asia. So I do know there are many people here from South Asia joining us today. And it's a little later for you, but it's kind of the middle of my morning here where I am in California. And so with that, we are now kind of coming back for session 2 with a new mix of speakers and some returning speakers. So I will say, having heard both Damir and Ladislav's sessions on Thursday of last week, they're really inspiring and very informative and educational. I really hope I passed my DP-800, but I have full confidence that if I didn't, after now having taken these 2 event sessions and our post event resources, I am good to go, and I'm very confident you will be too. And so that's kind of what I just want to sort of just say that. I also wanted to bring it to the YouTube stage because to me it just makes just another. I'm wanting to just kind of be more public, and I think the teams are great, but just they don't live beyond the event time as well, and I don't think they replay on YouTube as well. So that's why I'm really grateful to our speakers and moderators here to come to join us so that this content can have a longer life. And if you're enjoying this content, please drop a like. It helps the algorithm. And yes, hello everybody in the chat. Love, please feel free to be as engaged in the chat as you'd like to be. We're seeing questions about vouchers, and just I see some answers have come in there as well. We're going to drop that link for you to request your voucher in the 3rd session. And when we do, so yes, to be clear, any exam that you're going to take from the DP series is in US dollars. It's $165. That is the price for the exam. Because of our relationship with Microsoft Fabric, and it may not be a forever thing, but for now, they keep giving me tranches of vouchers. And as long as I compliantly deploy those vouchers and you all stay compliant, you get a 100% free voucher. So you'll get 100% off of that $165. So I'm essentially handing you $165. I'm not asking for anything but your compliance and your best efforts to learn and engage and be part of our community. So there's no sales pitch other than thank you for being part of our community and for taking the time to be here and to learn with us. And so that's why I asked for those guidelines and the compliance. That's why I asked for you to return a response on the email I send you with the voucher code, because I've essentially handed you $165, and I ask that you say, yes, got it, thanks. Because if I don't get that, I will then hand it to somebody else if I don't get a response within a disclosed amount of time. Similarly, the vouchers I have right now expire today. They must be registered and they must be taken by June 15th. If everybody I give them to follows the rules, I'll have more vouchers. So if you request a voucher to be taken after June 15th, I will have more vouchers for you. So that's why it's really important that you all follow the rules, because you all help each other, so that I can get more vouchers. And so that's hopefully answers the voucher question. With that, we are ready for our next session. We do ask you all to jump from session to session, because that way it just makes for cleaner replays. And each of the speakers kind of gets their own dedicated session. And with that, we are all going to head over to Ladislaw's session. I've just dropped the link. You can also follow the playlist. It's all the links are in Luma. Actually, I can even add the playlist there. I don't think I've added that yet. But I also, if you're registered, I would encourage everybody to register for the Luma. If you've jumped on here and you're not part of the Luma event, I'm going to go ahead and real quickly just drop that link in. If you register, then you'll get all the updates and notices, and that's actually also where you're going to get your that's where we're going to be dropping the voucher links. Are going to come to you through Luma. So that's it. And so I put the Luma link in there. I put the next link in the next live session. And Ladislaw and everyone else, we will see you for session 1 in just one moment. Thanks, everyone.